What I mean, Timmy's here. Since I'm doing my reviews for Clint Eastwood directed films, here is my review for another Western film he's directed in the 70s, and that is his 1976 film, The Outlaw Josey Wells. Now, this movie is actually on Netflix, by the way, so pretty good right there. Uh, Now, here you got Clint Eastwood, who plays Josey Wells, who watches as his wife and child are murdered, and by like this Uniman led by Captain Terrell, played by Bill McKinley, and he is like seek revenge, and he ends up joining this like army, and he refuses to surrender when the war ends. But his fellow soldier also pretty much go to hand over other weapons, and so like Will ends up getting down some of Terrell's men and flees to Texas, where he also tried to pretty much make like a new life for himself, and he's also like a bounty. And of course, the bounty on his head also engages him and his new surrogate family as well. So definitely another really decent, Clint Eastwood directed western. Definitely really solid western film from the 70s. Clint Eastwood, come on, he was the man in this film. Definitely played his part really well. The writing is definitely good. You also had Sandra Locke, who actually pretty much worked with Cleveland in loads of movies, by the way. Like, she was pretty much like his mistress in almost every one of his features. Um, but Bill McKinney, playing like the villain, this was really cool. You also had Chief Dan George. You also Philip Kaufman was actually a screenwriter for this film, so there's that too. There's even Blood Brothers when like two guys, pretty much uses like the blood on their fingers and touch each other. That's pretty much Blood Brothers in this. This is like the screenplay is definitely really solid. The violence and action is really cool. Uh, I always do like these type of revenge films, and a revenge film that pretty much takes place in the old western is always a given there. The gunsling, of course, was really cool to watch. Clint Eastwood playing the Tyro is so perfect. Like, he definitely one of his like honestly his best role will always be Dirty Harry, but this will probably be his second best role in my opinion. Like his action, this is really cool. He definitely knows how to do action perfectly, and we've seen that with Outlaw Joseph Wells. Like his ability to pretty much recreate this role was really perfect. Definitely really decent spaghetti western film. I mean, like I said, Cleese was no stranger to westerns because of course he's worked with two of the most iconic western directors of all time, Sergio Leone and Don Siegel. And of course, he did High Plains Drifter, Outlaw Josie Wells, uh, Good Bad the Ugly. I mean, the man was great when it came to the western genre, and I mean, him and John Wayne are probably two of the best western actors of all time. Come on, let's move further there. And I mean, I mean, it's always been a shame that Cleese and John Wayne never really actually done a film together. But anyway, yeah, the directing stuff he did in this was really solid. Cleese was pretty much like his like gunslinger leaves like a trail bodies and tobacco spit throughout the whole film as well. Uh, So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a really decent western if you guys never seen it. It is probably one of the most popular one. It was actually PG, which I always thought this thing was rated R, but surprised they did not have the PG-13 rate back in the '70s, people. So yeah, but this film of course has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Did pretty well with critics and audiences alike. So yeah, if you guys have never really seen, the film got released in 1976. And of course, it is a very popular Western movie worth checking out. So give this one a go if you guys haven't seen it. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen the Clint Eastwood classic, The Outlaw Josie Wells? And so, what's up? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Him sign out.